Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Mark with Jensen. I want to take a few minutes just to run through our lead management module inside of the Jensen Dash. And, this we're going to have a larger video that showcases A to Z building your own assets and being able to, track, manage, and monetize the leads. But in this, I just want to focus on, for those of you who are already generating leads with your own assets, whether it's websites, landing pages, what have you, how you can kind of leverage Jensen to automate and make a lot of your workflow just more seamless and, have the capability to scale using our platform. So what we're going to do is we're going to jump under networks, and your network is basically your bird's eye view of the different groups of assets you have inside of Jensen. So if you were running a plumbing campaign in Hanover, for instance, you might have a bunch of, you might have like one site that covers a bunch of different areas in Hanover and the surrounding cities and towns and whatnot. You might have a few PPC landing pages. You might have a few microsites, one for Hanover, one for Gettysburg, right, the surrounding cities. And all in all, you might have, 5, 10, 500 assets in here, but you can just kind of manage it, based on network. So if you also are doing plumbing in Southern Maryland, your plumbing assets don't have to, cross, or they can. Maybe you're doing plumbing all over the country and you just want to keep all of your plumbing templates in one place. But we're going to start here, and you can, of course, make a new network. We're going to use the Jensen Demos network for this exercise. And you see we have this in here, so we will be using this site, but I'm going to show you how to actually get your site pulled in. So up here on the right it says connect new site. It also gives you the option to create Jensen site. And again, we have a drag and drop builder. We have the tools you need to be able to build and deploy in a very automated and seamless fashion your own assets. But for now, I just want to show you guys how to leverage your own stuff and how to kind of make the transition into Jensen to lighten your workload and leverage our automation capabilities a bit. So we're going to go to connect new site. So you're going to throw your domain name in here. For this exercise, we're just going to use like the exenesis.com. Oh, already been taken. That's okay. Sorry guys, let me just throw something else in here quick. Like local client takeover. So from this screen, we can use one of our purchase Twilio numbers. If your current lead gen campaign or asset is using Callfire or CallRail, you can connect your accounts and we can pull that number in. You can also buy a new number. If you go here to location, you just type in your location, and you can swing through, and there's Hanover as an example. In this case, we're just going to use one of the numbers we already have and move on. And the billing interval is really cool. So you guys can set this up however your clients wish, and it's completely up to you. You can do once a month. This is great if you have like rank and rent assets where, once a month on this day, it's going to charge, a fixed $5,000, right? Or maybe once a week on Friday, we're going to charge, $50 for a form lead, $125 for a phone call. And the cool thing with the billing threshold is, maybe this client only has, a $5,000 a month budget, so that's going to be broken up into $1,250 a week. So once a week you can sell them $1,250 worth of leads at $50 for a form lead, $125 for a call lead. So you can set all of that stuff up right here, and it's pretty simple. So for the webhook, this is it's a somewhat advanced feature that some of you may use. Most of you probably won't. But if you do, say for instance you want to use Zapier to pull in like lead data, you click Add Webhook, and then you would showcase which events you would like Zapier to grab. And inside of Zapier, it's going to create a URL for you, a webhook URL. You'll just copy and paste it next. in this case, we're not going to add a web point, so we're just going to go, oops, let's hit back. Next. And we're done. So essentially, this is just spitting out a snippet of code where all you have to do is copy this, and you're just going to paste this in the head of your site. It's very simple with, you know, most web builders have a spot for you to drop this. If this is, you know, sometimes different themes can be a pain in the neck. There's a ton of plugins you can get that allows you to add code by just dropping it in the box in the plugin. So it's a very simple process, but if you do need, you know, a little bit of extra help there, you can definitely hit up our support. We can help you with your migration, getting your assets wired up to get pulled into Jensen. And at the same time, if you'd like to just do it yourself, there's WordPress plugins that make adding code to the head extremely easy. So basically what we're going to do, we're going to pop back to our Jensen demo, which is, we have our LCD site there now, but this is a site we already set up. So if we pop over, what you're going to notice when I hit refresh is that this JavaScript in layman terms is basically, it's basically capturing the phone number and inserting the tracking number that we grabbed earlier, and it's also tracking our form submits auto-magically. So if we hit the refresh, excuse me, you're going to see the dynamic number insertion right there. This means that that number before is the actual business number. If you're catching it, switch over very quickly. That means that the NAP of your sites and your assets can stay consistent. So the Google Spider is going to crawl the client number, the 555 number in the background. So this isn't going to mess up your name, address, phone number consistency for like local SEO or, you know, local assets where you need to maintain that NAP. But at the same time, this is now showcasing the tracking number where people can call it, and the lead will be tracked. And then for the submit form, it's also going to track if we do like test lead and submit, and then we pop over, we're going to be able to see and manage our leads. So what you can do from here, you can click on leads here and it's going to show you leads network wide. So for now we only have this, obviously these two sites, and the one was just the example, but we can also click directly into the site and we can look at the specific leads. And this was the test lead I just sent into the form. So our JavaScript is essentially working with your form, and it's going to pull all of the leads through this system. So it's really, really exciting, and it's a really great feature. So the client is going to have their own dashboard to log in and either, you know, dispute a lead before they pay the invoice or whatnot. You can also quality control the lead on your side. So let's say this is a good lead, this test lead. I have the approve or reject option, and I can go ahead and approve the lead. The lead is you're going to get notified that the lead got approved, and then it's also going to come over here where you can look at all your approved leads. And now all of these show up in the client's portal, so they can come in, they can dispute any of the leads, and, you know, essentially, you know, pay for them. So, I mean, essentially, guys, it's that simple. From the network level, you can choose, you know, how you want to group your assets. You connect the new site. Again, you answer a few questions for us. It's going to spit out a piece of code. You drop the code into the site. This stuff all just takes a few minutes. You'll see that the number gets inserted there. We grab the form so we can track the form lead, something just a lot of people aren't doing. They're leaving a lot of money on the table, a lot of really, really solid leads on the table, to be honest, and invite their client or their lead gen partner into the system and basically approve and, you know, reject leads based on quality and collect payment all through the Jensen system. So hopefully you guys see the value in this. This is a really, really powerful tool we're using with great success, and hope you guys do too. Thanks.